there's been a lot of white people. There's been a lot of people of different races that have joined the discussion. But
Mm,
I think as the black community also has a role in sort of continuing the narrative, continuing to change the narrative, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Because we me and this is what Chloe we're having a really long form discussion. Because I said the word responsible, which I think is kind of bad. Because I don't know if you've seen, but there was like a lot of shootings on Father's Day in Chicago, right? And that is not because black people are bad. That's because the environment that black people have been put in is not a good one.
yes.
So 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 when we say defund the police, and it's like put the money in schooling for the next generation, put the money in building better houses, building a better community. That's fantastic, and that's what you want. But
Okay.
the black people in this society are never going to have a fair shake. So if they don't see crime rates drop, if they don't see numbers, if the politicians can't point to this and say I did that, that money is going back into the police pockets.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying, that our generation, and we always have to qualify it as, because I'm so privileged, so I always have to qualify it as how am I going to tell real G's how to move. But it's like that's the real dude. How can I tell someone from that area what they're supposed to do? You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Different
so phony for me
situation.
to say that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's true. If there isn't some tangible change in whatever it is, and is that, then the money will be taken back, and that's scary to me. And Claudia, you were saying like that, like how do I expect that to happen? Like you're almost saying that's unfair, or that's not that it's impossible, but it's like so unrealistic, it's so improbable,
I mean,
it's too much to ask. And I think it is, but that's the only way it changes for black people in this country. It's got to
I
be crazy. It's got to be insane.
I no, like this. I don't know. Some part of what you're saying, I don't like it. I don't know what it is specifically.
It's because I said it.
No. It's not because he said it. But yeah, sure. You're gonna need to see change happen
Mhm.
within the people if you want to continue to invest. It's the same thing with a stock, or not stock. I don't
Okay.
like that
Okay.
example.
Spit
Never
us
mind. No, I
fire.
don't like that
Oh,
example.
dang.
Never mind. But yeah, you want to see, if you pump in money into something, you want to see it grow and develop,
Mhm.
right? Um, but like, some communities are not going to be, as responsive to that or whatever because maybe it's not invested proper in the proper way.
Mhm.
And you gotta, and it's on the politicians. I don't want anything to be on the politicians, but it's
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm
on them
saying.
to invest the money in the proper way so that you can see change in that community, right? I'm not gonna put it on the black community if you don't see change instantly. I think it's gonna be slow and gradual, and you're not gonna see a big change happen in the next 20 years. I think maybe 50 years, or I think that's more of a realistic time frame to see
I'm
things
not.
happen.
See, that's what I'm scared of, because if it always, you have to do what you can. Like our generation, like the current generation has to continue to move. Like for the future, we have to be better. Do you
Okay.
get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like all the energy and motion and movement in this, if there's not an immediate impact, those old white conservatives who are still in power are gonna get to say, see, they're gonna get to say their dumb stuff and take all the money back, and then all of it will be for naught. So is it right that we have to? No, it's the stupidest thing in the world. We continue to be on an uphill battle, but
I
we have to embrace the battle. That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know. I don't know how you'll get an immediate impact. I really don't. I mean, nothing. Most things don't really get an immediate
I
impact. I
think
feel
it's just about having a conscious effort of being better, or being not. I don't know. It's also, it sounds kind of crazy to say that, because it's like I'm trying to tell people to be perfect, but that's not what I'm saying. But it's like, I don't know. We got to keep the energy, keep the momentum, and part of that is don't give people legs to stand on. I don't like that. I don't like when they have, even when it's a stupid argument. I don't even like when they have a stupid argument. You know, it's
Yeah.
Am I bugging out, Claude? Do I sound Uncle Tomish?
No.
Do I need to be checked? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared because coming out, it's sounding like
They'll
it's
come
not
at you.
sounding the way I want it to sound.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
It's
That's
hard to
fine.
sound that way,
I
but
know
yeah.
you want immediate change. That's hard to.
I just think that if there isn't immediate change, it'll be harder for the future.
But at least
And I know that's unfair, but that's what I think will happen.
I mean, I I don't think things are some things are regressing, but I don't think you know poverty rates. I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong, which is why I shouldn't be saying what I'm going to say. But I don't think poverty rates are increasing amongst Black communities. I think more Black people are getting educated in America and attaining higher level jobs. So I think you're seeing some progress
Mhm.
within America. So I don't think 20 years down the line will be at where we're at right now.
Oh, but I
If that
just
makes
want it to be
sense.
faster.
But how fast
That's
do
what
you
I'm
want
saying.
it? That's what I'm at.
I don't. I'm saying like
Dude.
all the power that we have, all the power I felt at that march. It's like it's the same thing I said before. It's like how do we convert it? And part of that is getting money to me, and part of that is continuing to get money. And I'm just scared that they're going to take the money. I don't know. I think they would take it anyway, though.
Well,
No matter what you do, they're going to
well,
find a way to try to hold you down.
Yeah.
the immediate change we're seeing is those police officers getting held accountable for their crimes, and more cases are being reopened. I can't specifically say the names, but I know like a bunch of old cases of police brutality has been reopened, and that's immediate change, I would say. I know you're
That
talking
is
about like
in
oh
the community, but
yeah, you're talking about in the community, but that's also something that's gonna happen slowly because with allocating the money, is allocating the right word? I'm pretty sure it
yes, it
is.
is. Oh, you
Allocating the
spitting.
money
That's the
from
A and Chem right there.
shout out check, shout out check.
Allocated.
Allocating the money from the police who gets a shit ton of money in these communities and putting it into education, prioritizing education, making those schools even better, equipping them with modern equipment and supplies and all the new textbooks. That should be like a priority for these kids because that's the next generation we need to focus on. And the fact that because you don't really go anywhere after high school and you don't really make any money after that in those communities, of course they're gonna. What's the next big thing? They're just gonna go sell some
They
drugs.
got to
Like
do what they do.
they gotta do
Highly
it to
justified.
support their
Not even
family.
drugs. They just have to
They just have to grind. What?
live a different life.
Yeah,
Credit credit
it's
card
so
scammers.
sad. It's so sad. The fact that like a bunch of these, and even like I'm pretty sure the teachers aren't even motivated to teach these kids because maybe they don't even get paid enough in these communities. Maybe they're there just because they want to see some change, but then it's not even helping their salaries, their own their own self. I wouldn't say selfish needs, individual needs as a person.
Mhm.
So like putting money into the education system is definitely huge because the over policing in these communities is also leading to a higher crime rate, which is making all these white people say, oh, black on black crime, oh, this and that, oh, these sell drugs. No. Hold on. Every race takes drugs at the same rate. It's just black people are more incarcerated for it. They're put in prison for it. Yet
Mass
we have
incarceration is a huge problem. It's an invisible version of slavery. You
oh
literally have people being enslaved in jails right now, doing work for like a penny or some shit.
Facts. Claude wrote an essay on it. Kill him, Roche.
Shut up. Yo.
and it just takes away
No.
fathers. It takes away father figures, and then
Mhm.
you make the
For-
joke about, oh, where's your dad? But like, dude, come on, like it's a serious issue in these communities.